Hi everybody, welcome to Viral Technovations. Today, we're going to go over gaming tech in 2020 that takes fun to 1000x for those hardcore gamers who can't get enough entertainment. We're going to check out some of the latest in gaming technology that may be coming your way very soon that goes beyond the Xbox Series X and PS5. Make sure to watch until the very end because they've even created something that looks like you can wear, even though you can't. Everybody wants to be Nintendo. It's not a surprise or a secret that companies creating new mobile gaming hardware are trying to replicate the design of the Nintendo Switch, specifically its central screen and detachable paddle-like controllers. Xiaomi's $600 Black Shark 2 Pro phone sorta kinda falls into this category, thanks to liquid cooling and a clip-on controller accessory. The 855 Plus processor features 15% faster graphics and a CPU clock speed of up to 2.96 GHz, as opposed to the regular 2.84 GHz speed of the 855. This means the Black Shark 2 Pro is at the top of the Android performance food chain, alongside the ROG Phone 2, Red Magic 3S, OnePlus 7T, Nubia 20 and Miza 16S Pro. Another unique feature to give mobile gamers more of an edge is a touchscreen feature called Master Touch 2.0, which lets you resize both left and right touch zones and the pressure sensing value. So you can have a light button touch in one game and pound the crap out of your screen in another. Like the original Black Shark phone, there's a Shark Space slider button that will put your phone into a gaming mode that optimizes performance, clears your phone's memory, and minimizes outside interruptions. Alienware Concept UFO gaming device turns tablets into consoles. Alienware's Concept UFO prototype, which is essentially a Switch based around a small Windows tablet, is one of the most literal translations of that idea we've seen thus far. You can also dock it and use it as a computer. Razer's been working on turning your phone into a Switch with its JungleCat controller. But the JungleCat only works with Android phones, uses a non-standard control layout, connects via laggy Bluetooth, and requires a custom case. That limits it to only a few models. Except, instead of Switch games, it runs Windows games. That gives you access to a much larger library with titles from different developers and available at non-Nintendo prices. During a hands-on gaming session, World War Z PC game was surprisingly playable on this hardware. The Concept UFO can stand up on a kickstand similar to the Switch. Its paddle controllers can attach to a small central unit to make a standard-looking gamepad. Razer Kishi, a smooth play for mobile gaming. The Kishi's pads use tension to attach to the phone and connect via USB-C, which removes the latency and lag of a Bluetooth connection, and means the controller doesn't require charging. The Kishi's larger design allows for a more solid grip, and it has the familiarity of the Xbox and Nintendo Joy-Con Pro controller layouts. It's far less finicky about compatibility than the JungleCat, which requires special cases and therefore specific phone support. The Kishi will fit any phone with a USB-C connector in the middle of the bottom and dimensions of 15.7 to 6.4 by 2.7 to 3.1 by 0.3 inches, 145.3 to 163.7 by 68.2 to 78.1 by 7.0 to 8.8 millimeters. That encompasses most modern flagship phones, notably the Samsung Galaxy S20, S20 Ultra, and possibly the Note 20. Like a standard controller, it's got two clickable analog thumbsticks, a D-pad, ABXY buttons, and left and right triggers and buttons. There's a home button and back and forward buttons, emulate menu, and view. Smaller and lighter than a full-size controller, and less lag-prone than a Bluetooth wireless model, the Razer Kishi is on the expensive side compared with its more traditional rivals. But it's a neat gadget if you spend a lot of time gaming on your phone, and you can afford to splurge a little. Intel's foldable Horseshoe Band is a little laptop with a big screen. If you're buying a PC, you may be trying to decide whether you want a big laptop with a big screen, or a little laptop with a little screen. But thanks to new folding display technology, Intel has built a prototype PC, called Horseshoe Band, that offers the best of both worlds. A little laptop with a big screen. It measures 17.3 inches diagonally, a notch bigger than the 16-inch display in Apple's latest high-end MacBook Pro. You can also partially fold it into a regular clamshell laptop shape, except that its enormous screen sweeps down from the top all the way to where the keyboard would go. To type, you can use either a virtual keyboard, or, if you're squeezed into an airline seat, magnetically attach the physical keyboard that covers the bottom portion of the screen. With the keyboard snapped on, it's like a regular laptop 12.5-inch screen. Horseshoe Band is standing alongside the latest dual-screen laptops that Intel and PC makers hope will bring some pep to their flagging industry. Manufacturers have raced to develop hybrid computers that can function both as traditional laptops and as tablets. Horseshoe Band-inspired machines won't be cheap. If PC makers follow Intel's advice, they'll have dual webcams and 4 speakers, so the PCs work in different orientations. Big screens cost a lot more, even when they're not flexible. And this system uses the Tiger Lake chip that itself is a premium product, the successor to Intel's Ice Lake chips that arrived in 2019. Lenovo Legion Y740S and Boost Station are a powerful gaming combo. Stretching the definition of a gaming laptop to the breaking point, Lenovo debuted its 15-inch Legion Y740S, a 0.6-inch, 14.9mm, so relatively thin, model that weighs only 4.2 pounds, 1.9 kilograms. In order to shrink it, Lenovo removed the discrete GPU and put it in a new Thunderbolt 3 connected external graphics box, aka eGPU, the Boost Station. Which means you can game, just not while you're mobile. The laptop will have up to a 10th gen Intel Core i9H series processor. That chip's integrated graphics are expected to be good enough for entry-level gaming and other graphics tasks that Intel's integrated graphics weren't up for in the past. Asus ROG Zephyrus G14 gaming laptop shows off its animated cover. The Asus ROG Zephyrus G14 incorporates a custom variation of the new Ryzen 7 4800H, the 4800HS. Asus worked with AMD to fit the chip into a lower power 14-inch system than it was designed for, especially since it has to draw less power and generate less head in order to coexist with optional RTX 2060 discrete graphics and a 2560 by 1440 pixel resolution screen. In order to use the discrete GPU though, you've got to use the 180 watt AC adapter. If you're using USB-C power, it's integrated graphics only. But the G14 debuted with a cool optional lid that displays animations using an array of mini LEDs. Monitors hit new heights. Asus ROG Swift 360Hz monitor has a 25-inch 1080p sports monitor with a 360Hz refresh rate. It also supports NVIDIA G-Sync. The adaptive refresh wars continue, and AMD's FreeSync adaptive refresh technology, branded into 3 variants: FreeSync, FreeSync Premium for displays with 120Hz refresh or higher and low frame rate compensation, and FreeSync Premium Pro, which adds HDR. It used to be FreeSync and FreeSync 2. That's clearly a direct shot at Nvidia, which last year split its competing G-Sync into 3 versions: G-Sync Compatible, G-Sync, and G-Sync Ultimate. In order to have an inexpensive G-Sync branded option to compete with AMD's cheaper FreeSync. MSI is showing off its robot head concept gaming desktop, the MEG Aegis T5, which takes the aesthetic of its Aegis compact desktops a little further out. Please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of today's and tomorrow's technologies and much more. Be sure to check out the 7 construction industry trends to watch in 2020, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay curious.